The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar. We are ready to begin. I'm sorry for a little delay. I hope that you guys can hear me okay and you can see the title slide of our webinar on your screens, and that means that we are ready to begin. So today we will be talking about how to quickly launch online training with iSpring. My name is Paulina. I am a community manager at iSpring and I will be happy to be the moderator for this webinar. And as a speaker, I have invited our customer care manager, Max Ionin. Hi, Max. How are you doing?
Hi, Paulina. Hi, everybody.
Okay, so Max will be more than happy to speak for you guys today. And as always, we are going to have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to submit them in the question box, and you should find it on the right side of the GoToWebinar panel. And if you have any questions during the webinar, I have asked our senior technical support engineer, Sophia, to take care of them during the webinar itself. Hi, Sophia. Thank you very much for joining us. How are you doing?
Hello, Paulina. Thank you for asking. I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking me as well. All right, and before we move on to the actual webinar, I have a very quick announcement. I just want to let you know, guys, that we were awarded for the best support on the website that's called Capterra, and I'm sure that most of you know it because there you can search for the any type of software that you need for your organization or for any business that you have. And iSpring is also listed there, and we were awarded because of you guys, because you were voting for us, because you were sharing your very nice testimonials and feedback and your opinion about iSpring on this website. Our support team has been awarded with the best support for 2017. Thank you very much, guys, for doing that. I mean, we really appreciate it, and I'm super excited for our technical support team, and I think that that just means that we are doing our job for a reason. So thank you very much. And
Thank you.
yeah, and also, one more exciting news since this is a holiday season starting. We are also launching, today we're launching our holiday sale. And Max, if you don't mind, I will pass the mic over to you so that you can tell our attendees a little bit more about it and actually start the webinar.
Sure, Paulina. I'm really excited about that. So, hi, everybody, once again. Hope you are doing well today. And let me start the webinar with announcing our special holiday sale. So, first news is that our holiday sale is targeted to our existing customers, and it will be possible to update or upgrade your license or just renew your maintenance plan at a really good cost. You can save up to 50%. And if you have any questions on that, just let me or Paulina know. You can contact us. We will give you all of the details. But it won't be fair to all of the others who joined us. So if you don't have license of iSpring yet, we still have something for you, and I will be happy to announce that a bit later in the end of our webinar. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. So, I think, Paulina, you can give me the organizer rights and we can start our webinar.
Sure.
How does that sound?
And by the way, I would like to thank all of you guys for sharing where you've been joining us from. So it seems that we have Europe and United States with us today, and also South Africa, which is very exciting.
That is really cool. All right, I will probably I'll stop sharing my webcam. Hope you won't miss me that much. Can everybody see the screen well? Please let us know if something goes wrong with that. You should see just a blank presentation.
Yeah, I can see it, Max.
And just to make it a bit more reasonable, let me open the presentation, and it will hang with us a little while I start. So Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. And I'm really happy to see that so many people joined. It means that we do something relevant and interesting, and I'm very excited about that. And today, I want to show you how to launch online training quickly and efficiently with iSpring. And my personal goal is to make sure that you have no questions left by the end of our today's webinar. And how to achieve that? Typically I would open the presentation already created by our designers and then be like, hey, this is the presentation. I would definitely open some pre-built course like this. Well, I don't have anything against the Space Shuttle program, and it's a great course. One of our e-learning designers built for us, narrated by Brian, but it is still not something which gives the feeling. So I found myself thinking of a quick example. My wonderful wife wants a new car, so we go to Mercedes, check out their brand new CLA, and listen to the sales manager. No matter how much time does he spend describing how good this car is, how it works, how it feels, it won't give us the feeling of how that feels. So that's how we rolled previously. And how to launch online training with iSpring is our regular webinar, which we've done hundreds of times. But shame to us, it is just the second time when we invite our existing customers and people who are just interested in our tools to some test drive where you can actually get the feeling. Paulina, have these attendees about what is their current status, if they have e-learning toolkit, or how does that work?
Would you like
I think
me?
it's a good time for that.
Would you like me to launch the poll question?
Please do that. It's a good time. And so I would let everybody just a minute to answer this question.
All right. Can you guys see it? I hope you can see the poll question, and it would work very well for us if you could just take a moment to let us know what you expect from this webinar. And this will also help us to prepare for our next webinar so that we can provide more relevant information.
Well, looks like many people are just looking for some solution. That's good that I was able to negotiate the special for them as well.
Right. And actually, about 60% need to launch online training and they don't know what to start with.
I hope you will have an idea today, guys. So,
all right, so I think I'm ready to close it. And just really for a second, I will share the results.
Please do.
Okay, so people are looking how to start online training, or they just bought iSpring and want to see the available features, and the least of them already have the toolbox.
That's great. And I hope that for those who already have an experience in e-learning, have their toolkit, or just use iSpring, that would bring some good ideas of how that works. And at the same time, for most of you guys, for those who need to launch online training, yesterday, next year, next month, and yeah, next year is really close. During the first quarter, you will see that it doesn't have to be a hard process, and you can deal with that easily. Oh, well, looks like everybody's still here. Thank you so much. Paulina, please let me know if I'm too boring. So let me start from a quick overview. This is the way courses created with iSpring look like, and iSpring itself is a professional authoring tool. We can take your PowerPoint presentation, keep it looking exactly like it is supposed to look, convert it to really good HTML5 so that it can be opened from any mobile device, and make it compatible with any learning management system, such as iSpring Learn. So that is the way the final presentation may look like. And as you can see, I'm using the browser to launch that. It doesn't require me to use PowerPoint anymore. And previously, we were opening the actual project file and going through this project, showing you how to add some feature. Today, I want to start with Scratch. So here we have blank PowerPoint presentation. And even back in the school when I was creating any projects in PowerPoint, it was hard to deal with the design. I'm very glad that right now I work at iSpring, and here we have iSpring Content Library. It is my go-to place, and with Content Library, you can quickly find the right template for your presentation, and so make it work the way you need. I will start with course title slide, and I think that today it will be good to create a course, let's call it e-learning cookbook. And today we will boil, fry, roast, bake, and grill your training content like a pro with no learning curve. And I will show you how to launch your online edition easily with no extra effort. Couple of clicks and we have our first slide prepared. So I will probably go and pick one more slide. It is important to have objectives of the course, and that's why I will use these templates. I also forgot to mention, but guys, please let me know any questions. As I mentioned, I'm here to answer them. We also have Sophia, which is awesome. And you can simply shoot any question, even not really relevant to the topic of today's webinar, to the question box. Some of them will be reviewed on question and answer session. And so we'll make sure to answer every single question. So what are we up to today? While creating this spicy e-learning cookbook, I hope that we will learn how to quickly create the content using iSpring suites. We definitely want to make the content effective, and especially when you launch online training, it's important to capture the attention of people for whom you do that. I think iSpring tools deal with that perfectly, so you won't have hard time doing that. We will also launch your online training with iSpring tools today, and you will be able to do the same thing after our webinar. And here, let me add some extra bonus part. Do you see the picture on the left? I want to ask one simple question. If you want to, you can share your ideas in the question box. Just leave us a comment. So who earns the most money in the picture on the left? Let me also find the arrow. And the right answer would be like that. If you say why, I will be happy to answer that. Those people already have online training established in their companies, or they're starting at university and have online training established there. No matter what they do for living, they do that with e-learning, and online training lets them enhance their skills and basically take any course right away on the way back home, on the way to their job place, and it definitely pays off when we speak about the results and their salaries. All right, I think it's high time to create the third slide. Does everything seem to be easy enough? Paulina, what do you think?
Well, are you asking me or our attendees?
Well, even if it will be your opinion, it's just easier to ask you. Unfortunately, we cannot turn everybody's microphones. All right, so let me create the slide for our chapter 1. And I will also do that using iSpring Content Library. And at this slide, we will be meeting the chef. And the chef is here to show us some interesting tips, gives us advice about e-learning kitchen. And I don't think that this picture will be really relevant. So I will go to Content Library backgrounds and look for something more appropriate. Maybe I will also look for office, CEO office, maybe this one. So whenever you take a picture from the content library, all you need to do is to double click and it will be immediately loaded into your presentation. Then it will behave like any picture, so you won't have hard time copy pasting that. It is very easy to do that. And that's what I like about this tool. It is very helpful and it makes my life as creator much easier. let me create the fourth slide. And on the fourth slide, I think it's high time to bring in the character. What is also cool about that, everything is very customizable, so you don't need to think about removing something. It is really easy to do everything. And so I will probably use Mary, and we have about 500 pictures for every single character. So to save time, I will just look by tag. Let's say greeting. I love the one where she smiles more, so we'll just insert that picture to our presentation. Play around with the size. If you want to make it look like she's on the first plan and office is on back, you can do that. So what is really cool about characters, and as you can see, there are a lot of different people who took part in this project, and we constantly expand iSpring content library. You will definitely find a character which fits well for your project needs. It's possible to use filters for that. You can filter by clothing, gender, age, and even action. And whenever you choose the right character, just use it along the presentation. It will work perfectly. All right. And I will also add some phrase, maybe right there. I had a cloud box prepared, and I think it will be upcoming in new versions of content library as well. So here it is. We just created 4 slides in like 10 minutes. There were 5 minutes spent on introduction, and it looks like I have half an hour left to finish our project, so I better spend the time wisely. In this presentation, I want to show you as much as possible, but it is simply not enough time to do that. And it doesn't make sense to use every single feature when you create your content. I don't want you to do that. So there will be some particular features which I will describe, but I won't use them in our course, and I hope it is okay. After you are done with working on slide templates and using characters, and you set the whole mood for your e-learning course, you can insert some interactivity. There are simple features like inserting YouTube video where you can just enter any link and it will be available. It is possible to add web objects, and for that, all you need to do is to save your presentation. And after you do that, insert web address, embed code, or local path. You can even insert Flash, but we obviously don't recommend doing that. Unfortunately, Flash is dead. And all of that can definitely be useful to share some content with your learners. There are also some features which enhance PowerPoint functionality really significantly. And one of them is iSpring Cam. Many of our users take advantage of this one. You can create screen recording easily. It is integrated into your iSpring Suite toolkit. And when you create screen recording, you can also voice over that. So you just speak, and it is really perfect way to show how the software works or to explain something you want to explain to your learners. And I think it will be high time to start giving out the spoilers. So the spoiler I have for our screen recorder is that in version 9, which will be released really soon, it will be possible to build software tutorials, and you will be able to record screencasts with annotations and hotkey tooltips. And it will be also possible to record yourself. So it's no longer just pure screencast, but you can also record your webcam and immediately explain everything your learners see on the screen. And those were very requested features. Moreover, if we speak about working with video, it will be possible to enhance the way you create video courses, because iSpring Video Studio will be enhanced, and you will be able to add audio and videos right within the tool, add some images, add some text. You know, it's not going to be something like adding special effects, but it will have all of the required functionality to efficiently insert the video and make it work well for your course. So I'm sure you will like that. Getting back to the course, since we already created some slides, I think it's a good time to ask one quick question. And Paulina, I will need your help on that.
Sure.
Do you guys do communication skills training in your projects? Is it important for you to teach people and so make sure they know how to handle conversation, maybe some sales training?
Or maybe just some communication within the company. Yeah, so far it looks like about 50% of attendees do practice communication skills in the organizations.
That's great.
Right, let me close the poll and share the results with you.
Thank you, Paulina. Thank you so much, everybody, for actually answering. You help us improve the webinars, and it really helps. And the reason I asked that is because I think we are ready to start working with actual enhancements. And I want to show you one tool which works best for that. I really love creating Talkmaster simulations. And so they work perfectly to get a feeling of the skills your employee or trainee has, and you can definitely enhance their knowledge. So our fifth slide will work for simulation, and that's what we are going to create within our course. When you create dialog simulation, it looks like Blackboard, just create the first scene, things will be different. So let me just start doing that, and I'm sure you'll get the idea after we preview our results. When creating the scenes in Talkmaster, you can either add reply option or you can add information message. So depending on what you choose and if it's connected or not, it will be different. And of course, if you decided to use reply, it will need to go on. So I have first question, have first three reply options, and I think emotion can be normal. To make the course really connected, let me just go ahead and add Mary again. Oh, here you are. And for backgrounds, we can also search for the same office or something which looks like that. And in CEO offices, I think this one will work good. So we have character's emotion, we have background set. And if we go to properties, we can also set the scene color. Why is it important? When you have a lot of scenes within your course, it makes sense to keep it organized. And I'm sure it will be easier for you to manage that if you do that. I'm just dragging it to different place, and I will be ready to create a new scene. So it will be great to have some PowerPoints to start with. Yeah, a bunch of them. No, but PowerPoint is as easy as iSpring. I can handle that. And we'll make the emotion as puzzled. I think it works good. Then I will go ahead and add different scene. So it will be, we're glad that you are so excited, but please stay with us by the end. And here I will just add the message instead of reply option. So it will be, okay, sounds like a plan. We can also change the emotion. And for our last option, and so today we have quite a lot of people who already launched training with iSpring. Our answer choice will be, I wish you a great start. Our answer choice will be, seriously, we're so happy to hear that. And of course, the emotion will be also happy. Right now, we have to link 3 more reply options. So I will go from, we are glad that you are so excited. but stay with us by the end, and I will create the scene for that. And I will also create a couple of scenes, like, yeah, a bunch of them. No, but PowerPoint is as easy as iSpring. So here we will add different options. PowerPoint is as easy as iSpring. Sounds pretty stupid, so please forgive me for this attempt to entertain you. And I hope that you agree with me, but still find it funny. And yeah, we'll add angry emotion for Mary because angry Mary looks pretty funny as well, like this same phrase. And if you have a bunch of PowerPoints to start with, I have nothing to do but wish you a great start. And of course, the emotion will be happy. Looks like I accidentally created this one, but it's not a big deal. We can always delete the scene and just connect it. So that is the way it works, and it's not really hard to manage them since we have only 7 scenes here, but if you have more, it might make sense to change the color. And for those who never met Talkmaster, I hope this will be exciting enough. Let me preview the simulation. Here we see our character. She has natural emotion, and depending on the answer choice, the emotion of the character as well as the photo will change. You can also change the backgrounds if your simulation implies that the location is changed, and it's very easy to do that. More sort of quiz. So with iSpring dialog simulation, you can actually go ahead and quickly check the knowledge and give different number of points for everybody. If we enable simulation evaluation and set the passing score, you will be able to assign the number of points for every single answer. I hope you get the idea. And one more thing I really love about Talkmaster is that you can add voiceover. For that, we have a special voiceover master. Here you will have a preview of every single scene, and it will be possible to record in one-by-one manner. Let me hit record. When do you want to start launching your online training with iSpring? And it is immediately connected. So it will play every single time somebody chose this answer choice, or if it's the question audio, it will launch when the learner reaches the slide with this question. But what is really exciting about that? You don't have to record everything here in one-by-one manner. All you might want to do is just export the script, and after you export the script, you will be able to hand it over to your voiceover artist. He doesn't need pictures of the characters he used for your course, but it will be possible for him to see every single phrase, every single emotion, and if he records the whole audio at any convenient for him program using the file names listed here, then you will be able to simply go ahead and make a bulk import and import every single phrase and make it instantly assigned to the phrase in your dialog simulation. So I hope that you will find the way to use that within your e-learning projects. And so we constantly develop this tool. For example, simulation evaluation was part of our customers' features requests. So if you will use iSpring Talkmaster and let us know your feedback, that would be wonderful. And here I have a quick question for you guys. How do you like it so far? Does everything seem to be easy, or do you want to stop by somewhere at a Talkmaster? What do you think? Please use question box, and I think Paulina will be helping me to catch something.
Sure, I'll be monitoring all the responses. So guys, if you would like Max to go over some specific features of Talkmaster, just let us know by sending your requests in the question box. And so far, we don't have any questions related to the Talkmaster, so I think, Max, you can keep going, but then we can get back,
Okay.
or go back.
Wonderful. That's great to know that it seems easy enough. I guess this is the reason for no questions. And
Hopefully.
so hopefully, yeah, nice one, Polina. Thank you. I appreciate that you believe in me. So, okay, well, let me create our sixth slide. We'll use it as just connection one. And to save our time, let me copy that from the presentation I pre-created for you. So Mary has to go and she got a message on her Apple Watch that she needs to upload the course somewhere. And we'll be there soon. So today we'll actually upload the course online. And our next stop after Talkmaster will be narration. And I've been scratching my head for the last couple of days to come up with how to fit narration to our e-learning cookbook. But then I decided that since I appear to be the narrator myself, it's easier to simply show that. So with iSpring, whenever you need to create audio narration or video narration for your course, you're welcome to use the narration editor. And this one will let you record audio or record video and make it immediately synchronized with your course. All you need to do is just hit record video, and when you start doing that, it will automatically adjust the time in. I will go ahead and start it from the first slide right here. So you see that if you launch the record and then go over time, the slide timing will be changed immediately. And that allows you to go ahead and add video to your presentation, make it synchronized. And one quick thing I wanted to show you is the way it works in action. Did you guys have a good holidays? I know that not everybody celebrate that, but I think that still most of us are from the United States. So let me open the sample video lecture Paulina created, and she's much better in adding narration than I am. And this is the way it looks. The video with our video narration starts, and we see Paulina speaking. And at the right moment, of course, this right moment just depends on the settings. Paulina's video is minimized, and the learner's attention is once again emphasized on the slides. You can do all of that easily, and actually editing the slide settings is very easy if you use Presentation Explorer for that. So this is the place where you'll set all of the slide titles. Here you will be able to set slide duration, the way the slides are advanced. If you need to change the nesting level for your course menu, it will be also possible to do that here. You can promote or demote the level of the slides to make it more structurized. It is possible to set the branching, add presenters information or background music, and change layouts. By the way, changing layout is the key to make and maximize the video, and it picks up everything automatically, so you don't need to set it for every single slide. The reason why I opened Presentation Explorer at this point is because our simulation is here. And for simulation, we have additional settings. So here you can set when the slides can be watched after the simulation. And you can also set branching. So if simulation is passed or simulation is failed, there can be different directions. So one of the quick examples is that you can just set the branching, and when somebody fails the quiz, he will need to take a look at that from the very beginning, and only then he will be able to try the quiz or the simulation one more time. So I hope that it will be a good tip for those who didn't work in Presentation Explorer yet. And if you will have more questions about that, once again, I will be happy to answer all of them. And please stay with us for the announcement I have for you. One of the things left is quizzes. And I know I won't teach you the whole art of creating quizzes in our quite limited time, but I hope that we'll still get the idea of how to do that. With iSpring, it is possible to create quizzes and make them graded. You can also create surveys. So let me quickly share one more poll. Do you use tests to track your learners' knowledge? Let's make it just 20-second one.
1, 2, go. Hey Max,
This one has a lot of yeses.
yeah,
What's going
I'm
on, Paulina?
sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to ask really quickly, did you get a chance to show where to click to get to the manage narration?
Yeah, sorry if it wasn't very clear. So here is this button. Let me just close the quiz. It is all available at the main menu of iSpring.
Thank you.
Whenever you create a new slide, you can add some object there, and since a lot of you use quizzes, I'm sure you have some experience with that. With iSpring Quiz Maker, you can either create survey or graded quiz. I will go for graded quiz, and it immediately opens the quiz creator. So in our Quiz Maker, we have two ways to view that. Form view is the very technical way to view the content and view the quiz you create, and slide view is the one you will probably use most often. Where you will be able to design the questions. And speaking about the questions, Quizmaker is really good at question capabilities. Well, that's why it initially was created, but we have 13 graded questions, 12 graded questions and 13 survey questions. So our graded question starts with typical, and you can go all the way to add in type in, match in, sequence, numeric, word bank, and hotspot questions. There will be also one more question type, which I will show to you a bit later. And surveys have almost the same functionality, except for the fact they have Likert scale, and you don't have to grade survey. It doesn't make sense. Of course, today I won't have enough time to design something like that. This is the quiz about Las Vegas. As I have noticed, there is some people we met there at DevLearn conference, and that's very great. So if we start quiz, you will see how that looks like, and I hope it will give you the idea. The tallest hotel is Stratosphere, and you can see that there are feedback capabilities. You can also customize the player layouts, give different number of points, and change every single background. You can easily add that using Quizmaker settings. Give me just a second to simply show you how that looks. I will probably get this one wrong, although I know a tad about marriage in Las Vegas. Going further, we have typing questions, and so on. So all of the results you get with Quizmaker will be available within the learning management system you use, or you can also get the report to your email address. Let's create our own quiz. I don't think it will take a long time. So it will only have like 3 questions. And I think first one will be pick one. And so we will use all of them, every single feature. And our question, of course, question is important, will be hi username. What features did you like most? Our second question will be true or false. And I really hope that you're doing okay. So let me just ask that. Well, I hope that you're excited to post it online and that you don't feel like answering it in the second way. So I will keep the first one as correct. And we will also add survey question called essay. And there is nothing better than essay type of question when you need to get some feedback. So I would appreciate if you could get us some feedback. Feel free to do that at question box anytime. And that is the way it looks after we do these customizations. It is possible to format backgrounds personally and add different picture to every single slide. You can use texture. I think texture will be okay. And what is also important, after you set up your quiz and basically create a theme, it will be very easy to use it for your future projects. So please forgive my simple design. I hope we will concentrate on functionality and it is okay with you. One thing I want to do with our quiz is to go to properties. I will show you a little trick. So we will add asking for quiz taker information. And so I don't think we will need to get results to our emails today. One more thing I wanted to share, actually two more things I wanted to share with you about iSpring QuizMaker is InfoSlide. So if you create InfoSlide, it's a great way to share some theoretic material. And if you want to get your questions into the groups, it is also possible to do that. Question groups or so-called question polls are absolutely available in our tools. And there you can randomize number of questions used for every single question poll. If you have several question groups, you can even customize and randomize number of groups used there. So it is really easy to do all of that. And whenever you're ready, just go ahead and save it, return into your course. Your quiz will be right there in your presentation. It is typically adding placeholder so that you know that the quiz is here. And a quick spoiler, we didn't officially announce yet. Drop quizzes. I bet it looks absolutely different from what I created. And yeah, this is the type of question which you will be able to create with iSpring QuizMaker. And it will provide you with drag and drop functionality. Well, we are almost ready to publish, and then we'll have our special announcements and question and answer session. So there is one thing I will not cover right now. I won't click interaction button because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because right now there are like 4 quite boring, really not modern, although still functional interactions. And in version 9, we will have really spectacular e-learning interactions available for you and just for you. So it will be possible to create pyramids, timelines, labeled images, media cards, circle diagrams, cyclic processes, and 10 more very cool e-learning interactions, which are a wonderful way to present your information. I had a chance to touch these products, although it's not officially released even in beta yet, and I was very excited. It is really cool when you have chance to not only use the template, but build the diagrams and insert them to your presentation right from eLearning authoring tool. I'm not sure if it's possible to find something which will work better than that. And I'm excited to try that when version 9 is out and see the difference. And I hope that you will enjoy this functionality a lot. And I think it's high time to launch a quick poll before we publish our presentation. So could you please let us know what features look best? What did you like? What do you think you will use in the projects? And yeah, if you have some custom feature which I didn't mention right here in the poll, please send it to the chat. I would be very happy to see your custom feedback. Let's stay with turned on poll for one more second.
So it looks like 40% of our attendees would like to use all of the features that you demoed, which is great.
That is very great. And yeah, I hope that all of our attendees Not only those who liked all of the features will be happy to hear about the special. I'm not trying to tease, but I just cannot reveal it earlier. Okay, we have 80% who voted. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. You're a very active audience. We really appreciate that. So I think that we can close the poll and share the results. And it is high time to publish your presentation. It is always important to make sure that your tool can do that well. And in iSpring, what you do to publish the project is just hit where it says publish. There it will be possible to choose Web tab if you need it for your website. We also have cloud sharing service and our own LMS integrated. And even if you use different learning management system, which can be also the case, it is still possible to use iSpring authoring tools and take advantage of this way to create the courses. But of course, since we're here today at iSpring webinar, I will show you iSpring Learn. And what I particularly like about the way iSpring Suite works is iSpring Learn integration. So we get rid of the step where you need to go ahead, create package, then go to your web browser and open your LMS, upload the package. That is too much. Just keep where it says publish, choose iSpring Learn tab. You will be able to log in into LMS account automatically. And there you can go ahead and do all of the adjustments. I will show them really quick. Whenever you need to customize the design of your presentation, you can do that, and it's possible to use some presets. Presets do not only contain the way template look like, they also contain color schemes, so you can make sure it fits to your course. And we all know that not only powerful and functional content, but also content which looks beautifully. If you need to use iSpring for multi-language courses, or if your company is international, you're welcome to use text labels. We already have the whole menu translated for you. And if you need to translate the content itself, it will be possible to manage that easily. So after you customize the design, you might want to take a look at the playback navigation settings. Here, the coolest feature, in my opinion, is on restart. That means that everything is saved. So, I'm going to iSpring Learn, opening it from my home PC. Then I jump into the car and have my wife drive in. Yeah, you remember we go from that Mercedes car salon. So yeah, I just go ahead, open the same course from my mobile device, and it starts from the same place. I don't need to worry about that. Of course, you can limit that if you want your employees, your trainees to take everything from the first attempt. Moreover, it's possible to play around with the quality to size combination. Compression works for that. You have access to advanced settings to protection. But what is important, since we speak about e-learning, you can set the learning course and exactly and do everything about progress and completion. You can rate number of slides viewed, you can rate quizzes and simulations. So the results of your learner will count on your opinion only. And that is the result you will see in the system. And so after you are ready, just hit publish. Right now, my course is getting converted and published to iSpring Learn. It will appear in the accounts automatically, and it will be just a couple of clicks to actually assign it to people and to let them take your iSpring course, which you created in less than 1 hour. So what I wanted to show you today is that it is not about the tool which limits your speed of creation. If you know the content you need to use, if you've done your research, and if you're a subject matter expert, it's not hard at all to create content, even if it's first time when you open the tool. And I have just one thing left. We will open it on LMS. I swear I won't go for LMS. For that, we have a webinar, which will be on next Tuesday, same time. Is it right, Paulina?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. And for all our attendees, let me please share the link so that you guys can already register for it.
That is awesome because that is the point where we will start on our next webinar. And all of you who've been with us today will see exactly the same course, I think at least in the beginning. And the whole point of that is that after you have your course online in LMS, this is that magical word, reports. You will be able to monitor everything, starting from how many seconds your learner spent on the slide and ending up with the exact answer he gave to your survey quiz question. Let's preview the way it looks. We won't go any further. Here it is. It is already in the account. It's my fault that I didn't create the slide titles, although I showed you where to do that. And I hope you like the way it looks. Moreover, I hope you will enjoy experimenting with that on your own. So I think it's best to switch to announcement and Q&A. Sorry, I always try to cover a lot, which makes me quite short on time. So first, I don't have that beautiful slide Paulina created. Let's start
It's okay.
by let's stop by right here. Mary smiling. Guys, please feel free to share your comments on webinar. So first, upgrades. We have a holiday special and it is really up to 50% discounts. We didn't have those discounts on Black Friday for upgrading your license or renewing your maintenance plan. And you're very welcome to drop us a message. You can use my email address. You can use Paulina's email address or just sales at iSpringSolutions.com. Just let us know that you've been here and we will do our best to calculate your special discounts on the upgrades. Second is that it's like a lot of you
I'm sorry, Max.
expect.
You disappeared for a second. Can you please repeat?
Thank you, Paulina. So I see that 60% need to launch online training, and I know that it's hard to make a decision and see everything from one or two webinars. Guys, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm more than happy to set personal demos with you if it's required. And so we definitely have special discount for you. I have a good to go if you get back in touch with me by the end of this week. Please use my personal email address. I would be happy and I would be, what is more important, able to discuss special conditions for you to purchase any iSpring tool or any iSpring service. And my third and last announcement will be that today and tomorrow I consciously spared up some time. You're very welcome to set a call and I would be very happy to speak with you no matter what is your question about. So please do that. Please, I think Paulina will share the contact details. Just let us know how we can help.
I actually have a special poll for this. If you don't mind, I will launch it right now. And if you guys can quickly take a vote, this will really help us to see what you're up to. And if you need any information, if you would like to have more info about special prices on upgrades or prices on purchasing new license or version 9, or if you would like to set up a call to discuss the timeline of your project or anything, if you would like to get in touch with us and you take a vote right now, this will help us to get in touch with you much easier after the webinar so that we know exactly what we are going to be talking about so that we don't waste your time. So this will be very helpful for us.
Thank you so much, Paulina. And everybody, please be sure that we are here to answer your questions so we can speak about anything. And even though our webinar was an iSpring Suite, we would be more than happy to discuss LMS even before next week. So just let us know that personal work is always important.
Sure. And I just want to make a quick announcement about this particular webinar. Sometime this week, I will be sending the recording of this webinar to you guys, and also it will be available on our website. I'm sharing the link right now in the chat section. So we have the webinar section on our website, and you're more than welcome to visit it. So there you can find all the recordings of our previous webinars and also sign up for any our future updates about any upcoming webinars. So if you sign up, if you submit your email there, this way we will know that we need to send you an invitation so that you can join our future events. Okay, so at this point, all of you guys who need to go, you can go. But for those of you who still have about 10 minutes, we will be more than happy to go over your questions. Especially, I know that Sophia has been taking care of a lot of them. So thanks, Sophia, very much. But we still have some of them that we didn't cover. So Max, if you're ready, I am ready to begin with them.
Will do my best to answer them. So please go ahead, Paulina.
All right, so the first question, and this is a very common one from Bill, does iSpring plugin work in Excel on a Mac, or is it only a PC version?
Oh, thank you so much. That's a very good question, and I'm sorry for not mentioning that. Since PowerPoint for Mac doesn't have compatibility with add-ins, we don't yet have the version which operates on the Mac. But we know this concern, and I'm sure that in the future, it won't matter if you have Mac or PC, you will still have access to iSpring. And yeah, it is also possible to install Windows as a second OS. So we have a good article on that, and our tech support will be glad to help you with that. So let us know if it is the case.
Yeah, and we also have a webinar that has like step-by-step guide by one of our senior tech support engineers. So if you need more info, just let us know. And the next question is from Michael. Is the iSpring Learn seminar next week going to cover the details of organizing what I upload to the LMS?
Thank you so much for sharing.
I'm sorry, Max, you cut off again.
We will definitely include that to the webinar. So thank you so much for sharing. It is not like we have the same workflow. So if you come and join us next week, I will make sure to answer that during the webinar.
Thank you. The next question, can learners log into own website, or do our quizzes and presentations, etc., have to be loaded and stored in the iSpring cloud?
You can definitely load it into your website. It just depends on what is the most convenient way for you. So let me just open the publish window really quick. iSpring itself can create HTML5 packages. So for example, if you just need to upload it to your website, you can create such a package, then use FTP or something to upload that and embed that. It should work perfectly, except for the cases where the websites are created with some website builders and you need to get embed codes. And if it's the case and you need to get embed code to launch anything on your website, you're welcome to use iSpring Clouds. In some of our packages, it comes free of charge. And yeah, so that can be a convenient way, but we don't force you to store data on iSpring service.
Thank you very much, Max. And the next question from Alice. Narration question. Is there a feature to where we can change the voice or have a voiceover?
Oh, Alice, if we speak about some automatic voices, I think it won't be the case. But if you need to edit your recording, so let me just do it for a couple of seconds. It is possible right now, and as I shown on one of the slides, this functionality will be improved. So if you need to cut a piece, or if you need to add silence, remove the noise, or adjust volume, it all will be possible. So minor voice adjustments are available right within the tool. You don't need to go to any extra software.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have a quick question. Can you guys see Max's screen because it disappeared for me? Yeah. Okay, so it looks like. Let me do this really quickly.
Does it work right now?
Let's do it one more time. I granted
Okay,
you the rights, Max. Can you share it? Yeah, I can see the screen now. Can you
thank you.
guys? Yeah, okay, perfect. I'm sorry about that.
Thanks, Paulina. So yeah, iSpring Audio Editor, and this is the way it looks like. Even right now allows you to adjust volume, remove noise, add silence, or trim part of your audio. And then you can definitely drag it over the timeline to make sure it stays at the right place in your presentation. So does that answer the question?
Yeah, Alice, please let us know. And the next question is from Sherry. And I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Intellectual property. If we create a course, are we the owners of the course? Not available to the
Absolutely.
public or anyone else.
Absolutely. We don't anyhow take intellectual property rights on your content. So as soon as you get iSpring license, any content you created belongs to you. And all of the images which you can take from content library will be absolutely free to use. So if you have this service, there are no copyright troubles or something, and everything will be okay speaking from intellectual property side.
Thank you very much. And we also had a lot of questions about compatibility with other LMSs, in particular with Talent LMS. Do you know, Max, if we can somehow, um, I don't know, show the compatibility of iSpring with this LMS, or where people can get more information about it?
Absolutely. Give me just 1 second, and it will be right there. You know, iSpring will be compatible with any LMS which is SCORM or Tin Can compliant. So if we take a look here, we will have a huge list of LMSs we checked already. Let me look up Talent here. Talent is verified, and so it has excellent compatibility of SCORM 1.2 and XAPI courses created with iSpring. And we know that it is, the whole range of different learning management systems today on the market. So we just don't see the reason for limiting our authoring tool and making it work only with iSpring Learn.
Thank you very much, Max. And we got a lot of question about version 9. Do you have any dates that you could possibly share about when it's gonna come out?
If I were the person, probably I won't be with you right now, though, which will be shame for me. So if I were the one who develops the version 9, I would be able to let you know the exact date and time because it will depend on me. As far as I know, we expect at least beta version this year,
Mm-hmm.
and so it should be available very soon. So please stay tuned.
But
And
just a quick question in terms of upgrading, for example, if people purchase the maintenance or upgrade to full service, will they still get this new version 9 or will they need to pay for it when it comes out?
That's a good one. Thank you, Paulina. That is the whole point of upgrading. Um, Everybody who will have active maintenance plan or let's say full service subscription will be eligible for free of charge version 9. And so since, as all of you should probably know, since our licenses are provided on lifetime basis, you will stay with lifetime version 9. And so yes, absolutely. It is the whole point of this holiday special to bring some yo-ho-ho and,
I think it's ho ho ho, not like
oh yeah,
parroting.
I was adding some rap. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Bet my music taste. Well, so yeah, it is absolutely available for you guys. And so once again, I know that we have a huge list to contact you. And please contact us as well. We will be happy to cover all of upgrades, details, and give you a good price for that.
Sure, yes. And right now we have a lot of people submitting their emails, so guys, don't worry, we will be contacting you after the webinar. And a very nice question. What is the difference between the desktop and cloud version in terms of software features and compatibility?
That's a really good question, and it's a very interesting one. So, if we speak about iSpring Suite, or the one which we reviewed for the whole webinar today, um, I would say that it will depend on the vendor. We right now don't have cloud version, or we only have desktop version. It has some pluses, it has some minuses. So the fact that you can work offline without dependent on internet connection makes it easier for some people. Some people at the opposite prefer not to install something but to use it online. I think that there is a chance that iSpring will come to cloud version, but speaking about functionality with desktop, you get a huge range of features, and so it is available for you no matter what. You're not anyhow dependent on the internet. So if I were to choose, I would probably go for desktop. Moreover, with iSpring, you have flexibility, and once you installed and activated your license, it doesn't mean that you need to use this PC for years. You can still use other devices when there is such a need.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank you.
that is
And
pretty much it.
yeah, let's cover just a very last question for today's session from Alexander. Is a video that can be used to study, is there a video that can be used to study the important features of iSpring?
We have a whole range of different video tutorials, and we have a huge knowledge base. So I would recommend taking a look there if you prefer to learn on self-paced and you need to know as much as possible about iSpring. But at the same time, I really, really want you not to be shy of contacting us. So we don't want you to contact us when you need to purchase something or when you have any huge technical troubles. And even if you call me to ask, hey Max, how to make most beautiful quiz ever, has to assist you. So start with help articles, start with video tutorials, and don't hesitate to contact our managers. I think that would be the best answer for this question.
Right, and I also shared the link to the knowledge base in the chat, so you guys are welcome to go there right now. And as Max mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, the feature iSpring has a full range of different features, but which are important to you is only you to decide, because it depends only on the project you're going to launch with this authoring tool. So if you have any questions or you would like to um, set up a discussion or a call, like Max said again, just let us know. You can send us your email address, or you can send your request. What would be the best address, Max? To support or to customer care?
Just anywhere.
Right.
All of our mailboxes are really connected. So even if you send something not to personal email of the manager, but to support or sales, you will still get the answer. And yeah, my special, I'm not sure if you can call it special, but what I can do for you is to answer any of your questions on the phone. Please let me know the best time to set a call with you, the best day for that. I'm sure we can figure something out. But today and tomorrow, my availability is extremely flexible.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to talking to you, not right now in a monologue, but also in a dialogue over the phone.
All right. Thank you very much, Max. And Sophia, thank you so much for taking care of the questions that were just floating our question box. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Paulina. And thank you so much, everybody. As I mentioned in the beginning of today's webinar, it's the second time where we try out this format and the first time we ever unveiled version 9 features. So I'm excited that you were so active. I really appreciate your responses and your questions. And please allow us some time to take a look at what you told us. And as soon as we can, we will get back to you, and please contact us. Thank you so much, Paulina. Without you, it won't be possible.
Sure, no problem. So I would like to invite all of you guys to register for our next week's webinar. It will be dedicated to iSpring Learn LMS. Prepare your questions. You can send them to me, and I will be more than happy to address them to Max during the webinar or before the webinar so that he can cover them during his presentation. Okay, at this point, I would like to thank everyone for visiting, for joining our webinar today, and we'll see you next week. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and bye bye everyone.
Bye, everybody. Take care.